coordinator, my good people, I thank you so much for seeing you. And all who know the opportunity to sponsor this year's summit, I'm very, very grateful. And I want to see all of you, that's why I want to be here. As I'm banner for I did 2 weeks, but after today, I'm a banner for This set, this is the best set. Young people, young men and women who had nothing. They just believed in themselves. Up to today, what will achieve? I already say, just believe in yourself that you can do it. Please clap for yourselves. This is the best set. This is the best. We did it out of nothing. Exactly. And and it was ugly. I think during our time, it was not like that. We still remember those days. I want us to take sit down, please. I want us to take a decision today. Are we an association or are we just a forum? We have to decide. If we're an association, then we give it the structures and characteristics of an association. Meaning that I make a point, you are going to offer your time, we will ask you questions. So why enjoy questions again with you? You have one man a mere union, and a mere forum. I am asking a forum. You can come in, say whatever you want to say, and then we keep going. Oh, when so why one? I am here in a forum. But I want to thank the people know Nishi today for taking us from the inception of this tea today and make another one. It must be a success story. I want to thank all of you. It has not been easy. But when Chori joined in cabinet here, because they ran what were the problems you people had so that we won't transfer it to the next people? There were problems during this 1 year. You are not going to hand it to me. You are going to solve it before you handle it. I'm not going to do the election. The election I know. Until I know the The second one, I'm soon to I didn't go to for an election. I don't new agenda soon to election here. On that so election I have your coffee. So let us decide Aineme as association or Aineme as forum. Andy, then the next one is we are most of us, I don't get less than 50 here. We are going down the valley. When we came anything can happen. You are checking. I can say, I will lay a cost stabilization fund. I want to get it in case. I want to get 1, 2, 3. I don't hear my. I will follow my second collapse. But I want stabilization fund. We can quickly run into that stabilization fund and do something quickly. Fund somewhere. It is just a proposal. Then I'm not about welfare. And you remember, Sarah, a few things they went through. Maybe I said when there were no problem, they were dissenting views. Let us stabilize this man I am. God, I am the next year. You know, I am home. I am home. But today, I am home near the coloration. I got my forum and now go up and down. Your association, I make a point. We have to query you, have to give us account. But don't about when you do it, should I keep good? But not get hand over yet. No election yet. until I got any problems to do my software. Then I am the next set, and they are going in with the Kingston. I say, we inherited, the government we inherited a lot of we are not going to do that. People who have done very well to have taken us to this point. We are very, very grateful to all of you. What were the problems? At least a former committee. Then help us around welfare of ourselves. I define it. When your parents I name it, I name motor, I name motor. Most of these things must be defined. You know, you can have constitution. I am on our association. I am moving forward. I want our forum. I am manager crying. I will tell him.
There are two major things, my brother, equipped on the floor. So let us know the direction of our contribution. Let us be very attentive. Let us be very attentive. Two major things, Ojo. And I can say what the difference of these two things, Ojo. Are we an association or are we just a forum? You need to know the two different things. Association means they say, Aga hygiene here utilization around the association, where constitution, where election, where people to man this, where people to man that, and where the structures to run the association as an association. The second angle that is this just a forum where we just come, manager crying, here for planning, I with it. Can I with the many? Can I with the many? It just can now. Let us know the two different things. Because so many things even on WhatsApp, that the internet is either following a forum platform. As issues come up, they take up the issues, handle the issues at that level, and move forward. But an association, you know that you have the structure on the ground, that you want to work as people who are going to take responsibilities and actually implement whatever decision that they arrive at. Let us get contribution. Hands up, please. If you have a contribution.
You said that he asked, are we an association or a forum?
Yes, that's one.
I presume that you want us to trash that one first.
Yes.
You have characterized association, characterized forum. So far, we are on the platform we created. We've been behaving like a forum. If you have a view, you air it there. If you have something to preach, you want all of us to go to heaven. Tell us what to do to go to heaven, and we'll take it at that level. We've been doing that. But from your characterization of association, it seems to me that that's what puts us on the ground. What helps us to create committees, action committees, implementation committees to handle one thing or the other on behalf of the association. And so far, in spite of our behavior on the platform, we've been paying registration of 2,000 naira dues. We have had the cost to levy ourselves. These are properties of characteristics of our association. And I think that's what we should allow ourselves to become. So far, that's the trajectory. It is more stable, where people are held responsible for certain actions we tell them to take on our behalf. Or we can also hold them irresponsible for actions they failed to take, either on their own or when we tell them to take it. So my view is that we agree to be an association, though late, would have been formed maybe 20, 30 years ago, but everything good can start any day. We do it and help ourselves first. Like you quoted Olufemi, we look into ourselves first, and then look into our other publics. Like this school is our public, our parents is our public, and our other relations. So my own belief is that we do better as association.
All my let us, if we can take 2 minutes to get to the point so that we don't waste too much time. On the other hand, any support to us being an association? Any support? Is there any support? Is there any support to leave it at a forum? Anybody to talk about that? So we generally agree that we should form a strong association. Agree? The second is not going to be election. If there's any challenge, that we should state our challenges and then we'll find a way of thrashing it out. We want to thank everybody. Let me address this myself. We want to thank everybody for giving us the mandate to run this forum association for the past. We started it and ran for 1 year till now. And most of us, we don't know the level of debates we have at the committee level before we come to the platform. And some of us also see it as it's normal. You have to have debate before you take a position, before you come to the platform. So that's how we agreed. We made some suggestions over the period, which we call terms of agreement. Rules of engagement. We also wrote something on welfare and all that. Some of them we were not able to streamline them. But rules of engagement, we streamlined rules of engagement. What rules of engagement we're trying to do was, how do we operate at the platform? What is our focus? How do we operate at the platform? Respect one another's view and all that. Those are still on the platform. I want to feel that if there's any change on that, for us to move forward, if there's anything to be changed on that, people can go back to the rules of engagement and make suggestions so that we don't debate it here today. But the welfare, I think we need to agree on that today. Because that welfare cost us a little cataclysm in the coordinating committee, to the extent that one of us had to leave the coordinating committee. Either Osondo had to leave the coordinating committee as a member. So we had to run with the coordinating committee, 4 of us till this date. And then another issue also came up last week. Another issue also came up last week as to whether to invite Ijoku here, Ijoku Max here or not. And the committee, as I read between the lines of my address, I said that Ijoku, yes, is important to us. We are not saying Ijoku should not come to our forum, but you do not change the goalposts after the match has started. We have already taken a decision as to what we want today to be. From the beginning, we said that today is a meeting of only our classmates, that even our wives are not invited. That is what we agreed. So along 2 weeks to the time, we now want to invite one teacher. The committee said that is not right. It's against processes and procedure. But on the platform, some people took it upon themselves to start conducting the election and took on the responsibility of the committee. And we had more than enough votes for them to invite Mr. Ijoku here. And we said, good, we are here to serve you. If you like, you change the goalpost 5 times, 10 times, it doesn't concern us. We said that since we have agreed that we are going to invite Mr. Ijoku, but unfortunately, I sent all the invitations I sent to me, I don't know whether he got it. But on phone, his vote was not going, has not been going up to this moment. Okay? So To that, my members of my committee made it clear to me that this insult is getting beyond limits, that they are not going to work again. That's why we brought in the issue of election. And for myself, I told myself, I have tried my best. I know, as we have tried our best that 2 years we've tried to move the association to this level. So let us, nobody is the beat all of knowledge and of leadership quality. We can try some other people so that we can also move forward. You know, some of us there about I have more opportunity to you know. So that is why that election was gotten, because the committee is not ready to work again. So that one I said that because for us to move forward, just like what the Colonel said, that is important we do election. So the new people will take it off from there. The new structure which we are going to create, they can start creating it. Even from now, we can start creating those committees to start working so that we can move forward. That is that on that. Can we have reactions to this, please?
Sorry.
You want to?
Sorry. Just. When I say you are going to pull out here and your committee, that's cool.
That's a coup.
That's cool. Who is not allowed. You are not going. So don't tell us that who may decide the Allah out of annoyance. No. For who now? Although you know where you are. So it's not accepted.
Support your corner.
You know where is for yourself. I don't want to I don't know where. Your time. Whatever you have done is a sacrifice to this great state. So please, we acknowledge you. Before I have a soon as one, association. The structure of association. I put out of disagreement. So enough for is it a favor? We have to be here. We are here together. Unless we can have 78 I wouldn't go. So I need say I'm going to leave this association. I don't want to hear it. Each other for the one has said. 77. But as long as there is 78, you are going nowhere. Only my bandi, because only the structures of an association. I mean, you help. Only me, I can remember I help. Our association from opening bank accounts, having the details of finances and all that. He put everything together, including constitution, everything. One guy with you, man, I'm years on during Easter. As if by Easter, I give you an interim report on this. I have 3 months or 4 months, and then meet until December. I'm here. So, but give us the structures of an association. I am not soon a hand over. I got soon to I said, one time I put the way and I am not saying, okay, but I knew people. I have been documenting, it is a working document, the women they will achieve. But here's a girl and do to win a ball. I vote on out, all democracy. I right. Thank you.
Professor.
Great. I did become nurse. Dika Kone, had him full support of what he said. And good, let me tell you, when the foundation is not there fine, the structure will collapse. Then you have started a good state, and let that continue. When you try to engage, if you can coordinate other people to help you to build this a baby to a manhood, please do it. We like your job, we like your association, we like your content. You see, in a platform, you can say whatever you like.
Yes, that's why that
It's a platform because the person saying it doesn't see you. He can say anything. But outside, he can say anything about you. So forget about it. So the majority will carry the vote. We are saying that continue on the good work you are doing until the structure stands. Thank you very much.
Was passed a vote of no confidence on the platform.
There was a vote of no confidence passed on this committee.
Some people
Excuse me. Freedom of exit and freedom of entry. You cannot force somebody who tells you he doesn't want to work. You force him to work because you don't like what he's doing. Now, finally, some people are saying, hello, excuse me, sir.
wait,
Don't
let
come
me
into
finish.
it. People are saying, our members are saying that there should not be two Muslim people in the committee. And because of that,
most of people who are writing this are not even in this country. Some of us are in this country. Many are not even here. So even after this meeting, this is must continue. Let's take it as part of the whole thing. And we all know to really take this matters too serious. Now let me tell you, whatever we do, I don't take it too serious because at my age, I can no longer take anything too seriously. Anything that will break my head. So whatever we are doing, whether it's college association or forum, let's continue to dance along. Because this association may not even last more than 20 years. So let us do with what we have and continue to enjoy ourselves along this. So please, you may have to go. If you don't continue, another person will continue.
yeah, saying the same thing, yes.
Please, members of the committee, that have what we are saying, and I want to say, I apologize on behalf of whoever wrote whatever, whoever posted any views that is hurting. I read some of those things. And I know that I was in touch with all of you in the committee. I know what you were going through. But I want to say on behalf of ESET, I am very, very sorry. I apologize. And I want you to admit that. And all yes, I called you and had you opera, and you have some issues. So I want to say I am sorry on behalf of everybody so that we can continue. Because when you talk about election, they're bringing some people to come and take over. Like what Colin said, there are some issues you bring and you hand over to the people taking over, and the problem is still linger. Please, 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 let's move with peace, love, and unity. Just forgive, forget. Let us forge ahead. I just want us to carry that so that we just move ahead. Time is not on our side. Thank you very much.
Let me stand on the existing protocols. I thought what we should be looking at is to protect the people you sent forth to work for you. Andy spoke our mind because we told him we are stepping down. Because all of us, we are not protected.
Yeah, nobody.
Nobody among us here ever wrote anything, apart from Mrs. Olimu.
Yeah.
Elizabeth, but she hasn't come. What caused the problem? Mr. Njoko's invitation. Should it cause a problem? It shouldn't. Self, I met you, I'm in Mr. Njoko at Riverside. I knew the role he played when I was contesting during union election. Therefore,
You see, that's the reason you just called. That's Elizabeth.
okay, Elizabeth is here. When people are deriving people you send to work, for you to say,
Stop that.
please, enough is enough. I want to rest my matter here because what came up on that platform was simply a vote of no confidence on the Committee of 4.
That's what I'm saying. I said it.
And if it's not revised, apology, Pastor, yes. But you haven't looked for a motion to pass the confidence on the people here. That's behind all of it. I told them, well, Jude and whosoever will come and they will give them the support to also run us. And what we are saying is little compared with the insult some of us have gotten at the Committee of 4. So please, we should do the right thing. Thank you.
Kindly permit me to stand on your existing protocol. A foremost commentator of blessed memory, N.S. Okonkwo, he said, when you are cheering before a goal, you are motivating an action. But when you cheer after a goal, you are reacting from an impulse. I'm not supposed to be here today because I opted out of this gathering. Because an issue that was not tabled before the floor here was ratified and will come up for implementation today. I said, no, we can't continue this way. When the vote was passed, I was the only person now who was opposing the doctor's candidature here. I said, no, I can't continue. I said, I can no longer demean myself under the pretense that my interest sustains in a place like this. That the best thing is just to opt out. You don't discuss an issue that was not tabled before anybody. They have been there for ratification and implementation. That after more than 3 decades of your existence, if you have not paid homage to your teacher, it means that you have paid ill returns to your benefactor. It doesn't work. You can't just start talking of your teacher because we have an assembly like this. It doesn't work. So please, that is why I said, wait, I'm no longer a part of this. Thank you very much.
He mentioned Elizabeth Olivo. And as soon as he just mentioned Elizabeth Olivo, right, we have in our midst some people who actually have not been introduced, even though they have written their names. I would have given microphone to Dr. Jala because I have not introduced him. He has never told us he has arrived. Now that he has spoken, he has announced his arrival. Jala was supposed to have given us a speech, a talk on health. And that would have taken my events now because of time. Where we have our former student prefect, Dr. Jala Tuanda.
How can I help you if I take a break? You should give at least 15 minutes to help. I don't like it.
Then we have in our midst former Joy Onukufo, now Mrs. Joy Wangu. Then we have Sir Peter Ugoju, wife, Lady Elizabeth Olivo. You are welcome. We are greeting you and you are still protocols. Once at the business station, you come in, you greet, you sit down.
Yes,
so that you don't
yes. Thank you.
Comment, okay. The final person.
And on mass because of what they felt. Because if I were one of them, I would have resigned too. Because they felt that there was, that the way we were talking was a statement of vote of no confidence. I think that vote of no confidence, that is true. But I think it is inadvertent because we are operating at the level of the forum, where people say what they like, at the time they like it, and there's no history. We don't know what we agreed in a meeting, and then we come to say a different thing because of current argument and the perspective of people who were not there. I think that's what happened. Like Pastor Moses said, we should accept that. We should accept that apology rendered on our behalf. And tell the committee we are sorry. Because I now remember that we said that this forum is for our class, not even our wives and the husbands. And then, because of the argument, even myself made one of the last statements, they counted me number 12 of the vote. Because I was not actually voting, I was making a comment based on the argument as I was reading it. I called Bere Tuzage, Prof. Tuzage. He said he doesn't need WhatsApp anymore. I told him that I find it difficult, I don't follow the argument, because we read too much. As I'm talking, I have 2 PhDs from University of South Africa I'm reading. I have that of my students. And I have other promotions. So we read too much. And to get back to the WhatsApp, you find yourself, the WhatsApp, you have 300 and something. Where do you begin?
Read on.
And some of them preaching and others, some of them motivational and so on. So you press one button to clear it, to the cluster your handset. So it is because it's not in a meeting, it's a forum syndrome. It is a forum syndrome. I don't think anybody will look at the face of these people and say, vote of no confidence. Nobody will have the courage, including Buhari. He cannot have that courage unless he has lost his soul. So we should accept that Pastor Moses apologized on our behalf, and apology sustained. So please, we are not going to play, what Dr. Jella said is not quite acceptable. All of us here have the capacity to do this thing. But some of us will have the opportunity to do it the way you'll be handling it. You make a comment, got a response the following minute. It is not easy. Some of us who don't see platform for 2 weeks cannot steer this thing. I don't see the platform for 2 weeks. So please and please and please, let us forge ahead. What Colonel Abra said should obtain. Please, Andy and Go, please let us move forward with you, seen as our leader. Thank you very much.
Like, let me respond to what the President said. He said that nobody has restored or reversed the vote of no confidence that they saw in the platform. So on behalf of the class, I'm now restoring the confidence in behalf of the committee because they are doing a great work.
Yes, yes.
Praise God.
Oh, my name is saying I will apologize. So don't say in your time, oh, you remember that I'm giving you your time. No, no. You're doing it for us. Man, for more on Jack. When you are a Mama Dojo, oh, when I want Jack. So, okay, I'm again Jack, get where we will. I don't even apologize again. Okay, I don't apologize.
I want to start by saying that it's good this issue came up, so that all of us will know the state of mind and what is going on around us. So some of us here are not on the platform, so some of the things we are talking, they don't even know about it. But it's good it came up so that all of us will know. I think the first thing we need to do is for us to go back to status quo. Is we need to, whoever is going to talk to Hilda, we need to restore her back to the committee. Are you accepted? Yes. Because if it's majority, it was majority. You have 5 people in the committee, 4 people took a position, and yours was minority. You decided to leave. So if we are going back to status quo, we need to restore her back, or we replace her. Are we together? Either she's restored or she's replaced. I thank them for the work they are doing. And based on that, I also plead with them, I will go up. I will go up. Ugo Kemba. On that note, I want to close this session. I promise you we are still going to continue and to do our best. We're going to call on that follows that we have a new term of reference to set up a proper structure for the association. And that term of reference will continue from immediately after today. So if we call you for one committee or the other, please be ready to work with us. We are supposed to have been the area of acceptance speech and black, but we have to go back. We assigned Dr. Jalat, one of our senior prefects, to do a little talk for us on health after 60.